Back to Open Window Politics. Today we're going to be doing a prediction between J.D. Vance on the Republican side versus the Democratic contender. In this case, we're going to be going with Governor Gavin Newsom, the current Democratic governor of California. We'll be going through each of these key swing states that have yet to be called, giving a rating on which way I think they will lean. We will start with the state with the smallest amount of electoral college votes and end with the biggest. So we're going to start with Nevada and end with Pennsylvania. So as far as Nevada goes, I'm going to put that into the tilt blue column. I think that Governor Newsom would probably be able to win Nevada. I have gotten an argument in the comments in the past that there are quite a few Californians who have left California and have moved to Texas, Utah, Nevada, throughout the country, but in an attempt to escape from policies that they deemed not as good, so that they were trying to escape from, and that it may bring conservative voters to these new parts of the country Californians are moving to. I think that's a possibility. I just don't think it's that big of an impact that would result in a state flipping red. The state of Nevada did go red in 2024, though, so I do think it has the possibility, which is why I'm going to put it in the tilt column. But for now, I'm going to keep it in the tilt. I think this will be a pretty easy state for Democrats to win back as far as states they lost in 2024 when Harris was running. And then as far as the state of Arizona goes, Arizona I think would be closer. Not only do I think it'd be closer, but I also think it would end up being in the Republican Party's category for J.D. Vance. So that's going to be 11 more electoral college votes. And then I accidentally skipped the state of Wisconsin. Before we get to Wisconsin, we'll do the one electoral college vote here in Nebraska. This is in the Omaha region. I feel fairly confident in putting this into the lean blue margin. This is not too out of the ballpark. This district even went blue in 2024 when the country went very far to the right and ended up supporting Trump by an electoral college landslide. This district here in the Omaha region still supported Harris. It was really the only competitive race that she won in 2024. So I think that it would probably be even more shored up by Democratic support, and that it would result in a Democratic victory there in the state of Nebraska, in the Omaha region. And then next up, we're going to do Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin is probably the best hope for Democrats as far as winning a Rust Belt state. I'm going to put it into the Democratic Party's column if this will let me. And then as far as J.D. Vance's best hope, I think that the state of Pennsylvania is probably going to be J.D. Vance's best hope. I'll fix that in Wisconsin. We'll get back to Pennsylvania later. But the next state we're going to be going to is the state of Michigan, and it's 15 electoral college votes. I think the state would also end up in the tilt blue. And then I might give a bit of a teaser, but I do think if one or two of the swing states here in the Rust Belt are voting blue, generally the three do vote together, but we'll end with Pennsylvania. And then we have 16 electoral college votes tied in Georgia and North Carolina. I'll start with North Carolina. This state, I think it would take quite a bit for it to end up in the Democratic Party's category. I do think if a better Democrat were to run for the presidency and get the nomination, like Bashir or maybe even Buttigieg, I think it might be enough to possibly flip or at least get a closer election. But I think with Newsom, he's not super well liked, and I think that would be enough of a factor to lose the state of North Carolina. And then Georgia, I think would actually end up in Newsom's column. This state saw some very positive election results for Democrats in 2025 and showed the state is willing to vote for Democrats given the right candidates. And then that should be enough to carry the Democrat, Governor Newsom, over the finish line to 273 electoral college votes. And then I think that the news will get even better in the state of, even better for Newsom's campaign in the state of Pennsylvania. Like I said, I do think if Vance were to win a swing state in the Rust Belt, it would probably be the state of Pennsylvania, but for now I'm going to put all three into Newsom's column, resulting in a closer race than previous candidates I have analyzed hypothetical matchups with, but it is still a Democratic victory with 292 for the Democrat, Governor Gavin Newsom, to 246 for the Republican J.D. Vance. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.